Unmute me. Okay. Just had to unmute myself after that once I got everybody muted. So, right, we're going to start standing today. Part of our warm-up is going to include some stuff that's good for those of you who are spending quite a bit of time in front of a computer at a desk, or even looking at your phone for a long period of time will cause a lot of upper body tension. But we're going to start like we've been starting sometimes, and I want you to line up your feet 100% with each other. Then I want you, and you want them within the width of your pelvis, right? And our actual hip joints are only about 4 to 6 inches apart, so don't have your feet super wide. Then I want you to push down through the center of your foot, out through the top of your head. And you'll notice that causes a tensioning in your core, that two-way energy. And you want to keep that, and we'll just find our Pilates breath. Remember, we're going to take a deeper, slower breath that feels natural. And you're going to exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Now, if your arms and shoulders are relaxed, as you inhale, your arms will gently move away from your body. And as you exhale, they will float back again. But you're trying to find the width in the rib cage to make that happen. Let's just do one more of those. Now we're going to amplify the arms. So it's a stronger inhale and exhale to get that core firing a little harder. 2 more here. Now we're going to do our standing imprint. So you're going to bend your knees a little bit. Yeah. Bring your hands to the front of your legs. Straight line from your head to your tail. So you're a little bit tipped forward here. And you're just going to inhale the imprint and exhale neutral. Inhale, imprint, exhale, neutral. So yeah, if we're laying on our back, our exhale would be the imprint, but standing, the inhale helps. And I want you to feel like you're pressing your hands a little bit into your legs just to get that gentle low back movement. One more here, imprint and release. Now I want you to stand a little straighter. You're going to have soft knees and you're just going to sway your hips side to side. Your arms are going along for the ride. Nice long deep breath. And then we're going to step a little wider. Turn your knees out, soften them, a little side to side sway through the hips here. Does this feel stiffer today than the parallel did? And if this is something you could do on your own to help things feel better around your hips. So if this was a stiff position, you'd want to spend a little bit more time here. But we're going to go medial, which is our inward rotation. Knees aim over the center of your foot, a little softness in the knee again. A little side to side sway hip, side to side sway through the hips here, right? And does this feel better or worse than parallel and lateral, right? Lateral is outwards, medial is inwards. Let's go to our parallel again, but let's step one foot just slightly in front of the other. So right, my heel is just in front of my toe, my opposite toe, a little side to side sway here. You're trying to have your weight in between your 2 feet. So you're not way back, you're right in between. And then let's switch feet, step that other foot forward, little side to side sway through the hips here. Which side feels happier? And I find by the time I've done this sequence, things feel quite a bit better through my hips than when I started. Now, let's line up your feet again. We're going to pretend we're in an office chair, and we're just going to inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Just a couple of these. So I know we already did some breathing, but this is if you started from 0 in a chair. Last one of these. Now we're going to do a mermaid. So you're going to inhale, lift up, exhale, side bend. Because we're standing, we can push out through our hip a little bit and release. Inhale, lift, exhale, side bend. Inhale up, exhale, release. Now, if you were in an office chair that has a bit of a swivel to it, as you side bend, the chair might want to swivel a bit. You're allowed to let that happen, right? Just so it'll get you into a different stretch. Last arm here. Inhale up, exhale, side bend, up, and release. Now, let's warm up our shoulders a little bit more. So we're just going, oh no, before we do that, we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's do a little bit of spine twist here. Now, to wake up our fingers a bit more than we usually do in our spine twist, I want you to make your hands instead with the hands together, but not right together, just the fingertips. Then I want you to take your thumbs, find your sternum, right? That's that bone in the middle of your chest. Because we're standing, a little softness in the knees here. Just exhale, rotate, inhale, center. Exhale, rotate, inhale, center. We're trying not to move the hips and knees here. So if you were sitting on a swivel chair, same thing. Try not to let the hips and knees turn. One more here. And then we're going to do a release for the fingers after that. So we're going to interlace your fingers. We're going to protract here. I want a low protract, right? That's the shoulders coming forward. And then for your retract, flip your thumbs up and come high. And we're going to protract and we're going to retract. Protract and retract. One more here. Protract and retract. Now let's take it on a diagonal. You're going to go low to one side. Then you're going to retract and come high and then bounce your arms and go over to the other side. Protract low, retract high, bounce your arms, come over to the other side. One more here. Protract low, retract high, bounce over to the other side. Protract low, retract high, bounce. We're coming to the middle. Now this is where I want to do the arm swing. So a little bent arm swing helps the shoulders warm up a little bit more. We could turn our palms forward. We could turn our palms back. Whatever feels happy on your shoulders. Now, from here, we're going to kind of do a bit of an itsy bitsy spider thing. You're going to cup one hand and then cup the other. And then you're going to pull fingers against fingers. We're going to flip it over and we're going to work our way up as we do this. And as you get your hands above your head, you try not to lift your shoulders up. And then we're going to work our way back down again. Now, if you wanted to, you could do that twice. I'm not doing that right now. The last thing we're going to do here is called goggles. Now, right, I'm going to bring my hands together to create a goggle. Yeah, and I'm going to spread my fingers. Now, if you have glasses on, this makes it really entertaining. Oh, before we do this, this is an ulnar nerve stretch. Our ulnar nerve starts at our pinky, goes up the outside. The forearm eventually crosses into your chest. For lots of us, it'll be really tight. So if you get a little bit of buzzing, not the end of the world. If the buzzing is too intense, please stop. That's an indication to not do this. And when I first started doing this, I could not get my goggles on my face. Yeah. So you're going to have your goggles, you're going to have your fingers spread. You're going to pick it up, put your fingers on your jawline and put your goggles on. And then come back down again, pick up, put your goggles on, come back down again, put your goggles on and down. And just for your information, when I first started doing this last week, I was getting right to just kind of right at my collarbones. I couldn't actually pick it up. We'll just do one more of these. So that's how quickly you can have a change in that tissue. Now let's just shake that out a little bit. So that's my little desk warm up to make things feel better working in front of a computer. Let's go to a little bit of balance work before we go to the floor today. So, right, we've been doing this lately. All I want you to do, make sure you're not gripping in your bum or your thighs, a little softness in the front of the hips. Bring one knee forward and lift that foot up and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that on the other side. So knee comes forward. We're soft in the hip. Lift your foot up, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more on each side. So right, soft in the front of the hip. Let your knee come forward. Pop it off the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the other side. Right, soft in the hip. Let your knee come forward. Pick it up, right? The ankle wobble, totally normal. We're going to call this 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good rest. Because if you're not getting that ankle wobble, that's your balancing system trying to figure things out. Yeah. If you try and figure it out from here, it's not necessarily going to work. You got to let the little proprioception in your feet figure it out. Let's go down onto our side for a little bit of rotational breathing now. So you're going to be on your side with your knees bent and in front of you. Yeah. You're going to take your underneath arm under your head, or you could use a pillow if your shoulder's unhappy. And you're going to look at your knees, make sure they're stacked, have a little tension in the core, reach your top arm forward, shoulder distance off the floor. You're going to inhale, point that top hand at the ceiling, turn to look at it. Exhale, turn your ribs back as you reach your knees forwards. Inhale here. And exhale, come back to where you started. Inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs back as you reach your knees forwards. Inhale into your back. And exhale, coming forward. One more of those. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Now, as you go back, are you still reaching those knees forward? Is your hand getting close to the floor? If it is, you're doing a chest stretch. That's not what I'm looking for here. And let's come forward. We're going to do a couple on the two breaths. So you're going to inhale, go back, keep your hand in alignment with your shoulder. You can see it the whole time. And coming forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. One more back. And forward. Let's do this on the other side. So, right, knees are in front of you. Knees are stacked, top arms reach forward, belly buttons in. You're going to inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Now, as you turn back, keep reaching your knees forward, looking at your hand the whole time, take an inhale, and exhale, coming forward. Inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. And as you go back, your hand is not on the edge of your vision. It's kind of right in the middle of your back eyeball. And coming forward. Inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn back, knees are reaching forward. Inhale into the back of the ribs. And exhale, coming forward. Let's do it on the two breath. Inhale back. Exhale forward. As you go back, reach the top knee forward. And let's bring the body forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Just one more here. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Let's go onto our hands and knees for a cat stretch. Now, if your knees aren't happy with kneeling, you can always sit on your bum, grab a hold of the back of your knees and round your back that way. We're going to have our hands shoulder distance apart if we're up on our knees. And we're going to have our knees sit bone distance apart. And remember, they're only about 4 to 6 inches apart. So if your knees are wider than that, bring them in. Now, find your core, open your collarbones, take an inhale. Exhale, point your tail down at the floor, scoop your back up towards the ceiling, making a shape like a letter C. Take an inhale into your back. And exhale, let's flatten back to neutral. Take an inhale. Exhale, point your tail down at the floor, scoop your back up to the ceiling. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, flatten back out again. Let's do one more of these. Exhale as you round. Inhale, hold. And exhale, flatten. Let's do 2 on the two breath. Exhale, round. Inhale, flatten. Exhale, round. And inhale, flatten. Let's pop onto our backs. Now, if you're somebody whose neck is tight enough that when you lay on your back, your chin points up at the ceiling, you want to pop something under your head for this next bit of work we're going to do. You want your legs bent, your feet within the width of your body. And you're going to bring your hands up in front of your chest, straight arms, palms facing each other. Now, is your back in neutral, right? So does the pelvis feel heavy and wide? Low back, light. Back of the ribs heavy. And of course the neck is up. Now let's just inhale, reach those fingers forward towards the ceiling. That's your protraction again. And let's come back to where the collarbones and upper back feel equally wide. Let's do that one more time. Protract, come back to neutral. Now hold your neutral and bring your arms down alongside your body. That's an exhale. Inhale, bring your hands back up in front of your chest. Did your shoulders stay neutral the whole time? Exhale. Down and inhale up Now let's go down and hover your arms above the floor. We'll go to a couple of shoulder shrugs. Inhale, slide your shoulders towards your ears. Exhale, slide towards your heels. Inhale up, that's -40. Sliding down, you feel the tensioning right around your shoulder blades below them, that's neutral. Inhale up, exhale down. If it tenses across the top of your shoulder, you've gone too far down. One more here, inhale up and exhale down. Let's rest your arms on the floor and go to your head nod, keeping your head heavy on the floor. You're just gonna gently nod your chin towards your chest and release back to neutral. Inhale, tiny nod, and exhale, release. Inhale, nod, and release. Is your head still on the floor or whatever it's resting on? That's where we want it. One more little nod and release, because that nod teaches us how to work from our deep neck for the nod and how to have our head in a great place when we do this next exercise. So we're going to ab prep. I want you to pop your hands behind your head. I want your elbows at a 45-degree angle here. So right, not pointing straight up the ceiling, not pointing straight sideways, in between. That's where the shoulders are in neutral, and it'll make it easier around your rib cage, which is the point of this exercise. Low back is in neutral, so you feel weight and width in your pelvis, lightness in the low back, and heaviness in the back of your ribs just below your bra line. You're going to inhale, nod your chin in. Exhale, round through your rib cage to look at your knees. Is your low back still light on the floor? Exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. As you curl up, try not to push the belly out. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, keep the belly flat as you curl up. If it's pushing out, we're using the muscles in a way that's not great for our back. And come back down again. Two more. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale, hold. And exhale down. One more. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale, hold. And down. Now we're going to go to a two breath in this exercise. And part of what's going to be tricky is for folks who've done crunches for years to not automatically flatten out that low back. We still want to keep that low back feeling light as we do it. So you're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl up. Inhale down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale down. Is your low back still light? And down. Two more. Exhale, curl up. Inhale down. One more. Curl up. And down. Let's go onto our belly for a little bit of breaststroke prep. Just going to pop on one more one here. And we're going to be on our belly with our hands beside our head and our legs close together. Kneecaps are pointing down. Belly buttons in, right? So we're not relaxing that belly on the floor. There's some tension in it. You're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift your upper chest and head away from the floor. Inhale here, the back of the neck is still long, and exhale back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, extending up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, extending up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. Now, we're not going to move our arms today. We're going to leave them in the same position. But as we do this next version, you're going to lift your arms from your fingertips to your elbows off the floor as you lift your upper torso up. So some little tension in the belly. Inhale, slide your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, extending up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale up. Now, when you take this inhale, is there still some tension in your abdominals, or are they pushing into the floor? And come back down again. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Keep some tension in the abs as you expand your ribs. And back down again. One more here. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale down. Let's just press back into our shell stretch. Round out your back. Sit on your heels now. Remember, if you have an angry knee, this position is not a great position for you. You're going to want to flip onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. When I'm here, right, got a bent elbow, rounding through my back as much as I can. Little rock side to side is always nice. And right, finding that beautiful three-dimensional breath we're always looking for in Pilates, where you feel the rib cage expanding three-dimensionally and contracting three-dimensionally. Already, it's hundreds time. So I want you to pop onto your back. Now, right, if you're having a sore neck day, please don't lift your head off the floor. If your low back is sore, please leave your feet on the floor. But if everything's feeling nice and happy, you can lift everything. And seriously, the 100 is the 100 breaths. Everything else is just more core challenge. So all we're going to do is, if we're lifting our feet, is find our imprint, and exhale will help you find that, right? So the low back feels longer and flatter on the floor. You're going to lift one leg at a time up to tabletop, that right angle at the knee and the hip. Squeeze your legs together. If you're lifting your head, you're going to inhale, nod, exhale, curl up to look at your knees. And we're going to go in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10, Smith, 2, 3, 4, 5, blow, 2, 3, 4, 20, in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 30. Now remember, if you want to make it harder, legs are straight. Out, 2, 3, 4, 40, in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 4, 50, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 60, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 70, in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 80, in, 2, 3, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 90, in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Take an inhale. Exhale, if your legs were up, hug your knees into your chest. If they weren't, just leave your feet on the floor. We're going to do a little bit of a side-to-side rock here, either with your feet on the floor or not. Now, here's the other fun thing. If you're in the position where you're hugging your knees into your chest and you have a tendency towards sore hips, I want you to have your knees a little bit apart. It puts less pressure into the hip, which is a good thing because we can sort of, in this position, pull your femur head, your thigh bone, the top of it, forward out of the socket by having your legs right tight together and hugging them in this position. So, right, good little new piece of information for those of us who suffer from this in the knees, hip stuff. So let's come up off of our back. We're going to do a little bit of half roll back. So, right, we're going to just have our legs right tight together. We're going to, or maybe slightly apart. I want you to bring your hands to the front of your legs, round forward over your legs, bring your hands down towards your ankles. Roughly two there is kind of nice if you're feeling stiff in your back. So this is always a great place to go if you're stiff in your back on any given day. Now from here, let's make the back rounder. So when your back is round, your belly is not going to be against your legs. You're going to be pulling your belly away from your legs, pushing out through the back of the ribs. Now, if this is bugging the back of your neck, your head is too low, pick it up towards the ceiling a bit. Bring your arms up so they're parallel to the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, rock back, holding that round shape in your back. Inhale, rock forward, staying round. Exhale, rock back, and inhale, rock forward. So our body will instinctively want to flatten our back as we come forward. Try to keep it round. So as you come forward, it's almost like you're being pulled backwards through your rib cage, the low ribs just above your belly button. 2 more. And coming forward. Let's just do a slow roll down to get on our back. Now, your legs can either be bent here. I use bent these days because my low back is quite stiff, but you could do a straight leg here. And we're going to use 15 counts to get to the floor today. The big thing about having control going down in this exercise, keep your back round and really think about pushing out through the back of the ribs. We're not thinking about trying to round the low back. It's limited in its ability to round. Think about that rib cage flexion. So, right, we're sitting up nice and tall, arms are reached forward, take an inhale. Exhale, curling back, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to stay down when we're down here. And let's just do a little bit of our single leg circle. So, right, if you like something under your head, pop it under your head. Back's in neutral for this exercise. So, right back, the pelvis is wide and heavy. Low back is light, back of the ribs are heavy. Now, if you want to give yourself more challenge, you can lift your arms up so your arms can't help you in this exercise. And you're going to bring one leg up to tabletop. Now, if you're tightening your leg, this is a great place to stay, or you can work with a straight leg on it. You're going to bring the leg to the inside, away from your face, to the outside and back to where you start. You're going to inhale to start your circle, exhale to finish it. 3, 4, 5, and we're going to reverse, go outside to inside. The inhale is a very small part of this circle. This is 3, 4, and 5. We're going to place that foot down on the floor, lift your other leg up to tabletop or straight. You're going to go inside to outside. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reversing outside to inside. Are you hula dancing? Hope not. 3, 4, and 5. Bend your knee, place it down, and let's come back off of our backs. Now, we've already done a version of spine twist today. I'm going to give you one that has a little bit more arm work in it. And all I want you to do is, first of all, find a place that's comfortable for you to sit up straight. So, right, cross legs, straight legs. If they're straight, they're right tight together. You could do diamond legs. You could stick a yoga block under your bum. Whatever helps you sit up straight, because you don't want to be doing this exercise in this position. It's not good for your spine. We're going to take our arms out to the side. Now, I want you to wiggle your fingertips. And if you can't see your fingertips wiggling out of your peripheral vision, you need to bring them a little further forward, because right back here, that's not neutral. Now, right, collarbones are wide, belly button's in. We're going to use 3 inhales to turn today. So going inhale, 2, 3, exhale, center. Other side, 2, 3, exhale, center. You're going to see that back hand the whole time. That'll help you know that it is staying in alignment with your shoulders in, because the turn is coming from your waist and center. In, 2, 3, exhale, center. Last one, in, 2, 3, exhale, center. Other side, 2, 3, and center. We're going to just go to a little bit of rolling like a ball. Now, if you're somebody who you're having some sciatic issues, you're having some nerve pain down your legs, this is not the best exercise for you. So you might want to go back to doing a little cat stretch just to round out your back after that last exercise we just did. So for rolling like a ball, what you're going to want to do is grab a hold of the back of your legs just around your knees. And then you're going to scoop your back round, coming back away from your legs, and then sneak your feet in slowly, slowly, slowly. And when they pop off the floor, that's your balance position. Now, elbows point at the floor. That helps your shoulders be down a bit. And your feet are never going to touch the floor again here. You're going to inhale, rock back, and exhale, rock forward. Inhale, rock back, and exhale, rock forward. Now, as you rock back, you're going to squeeze your core to lift your bum, and you're going to squeeze your core to come back up again. So it's kind of like squeeze, 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 squeeze. And if you look at your knees the whole time, your back stays round. If you're finding that you're flattening out, you looked at the ceiling. Yeah, and that's really hard to come up out of. Let's do 2 more of these. Inhale back, exhale forward, or the opposite breath as long as you're breathing. And let's go down onto our back and do some ab work. because right, rolling like a ball is an ab work. Alrighty, let's go to our basic obliques. So I want you to pop your hands behind your head. Elbows are in your peripheral vision, right? That 45. If you want to make it harder, imprint and lift your legs to tabletop. Everybody wants to have a little core engagement, even if you haven't lifted your feet. You're going to inhale, nod, exhale, curl up. Inhale here. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center, and back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side, and back down again. Are your legs moving? Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Try not to move those legs as you rotate. Go to the other side, and back down again. Exhale, curl up. Now, when you rotate, are you looking towards your legs and the wall beyond them, or are you looking somewhere else? We want to look at the wall beyond our legs. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. One more here. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. Good. Rest. Now, if you don't have your feet on the floor, let's put your feet on the floor. I want everybody to open those elbows nice and wide to the side and just rock your knees side and center here just to help release out that chest a little bit. Now, you might be getting stretches other places, but this is kind of a nice gentle way to get into your chest tissue because, right, everything from your toes to the top of your head is all interconnected. You know, that fascial web. So, right, let's just do a little bit of shoulder bridge. So if you have something under your head, you're going to want to lose it because this is the one where we lift our bum with our back staying straight and we go back down again. Now, right, you want your feet within the width of your body. You want to find neutral. And remember, if you have a tendency to have your hamstrings be unhappy in this exercise, you want to find that feeling of a little bit of an engagement on that inner thigh. So it almost feels like you're pulling your knees together, but you aren't, just to get some tensioning in those inner thighs. Now, we're just going to take an inhale to prepare here. Exhale, lift, stacking your knees over your ankles. Inhale. And exhale back down again. Inhale, exhale, lift. Now at the top, ideally the front of your hip is flat. If it's not, you're letting your ribs come out too much. And let's come back down again. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up. So it's like you're pulling your pube bone towards your belly button as you reach your knees towards your toes. And come back down again. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale, down. Now we're going to do a little add-on today, just giving you some variety. I've been doing some different versions of this lately. And what we're going to do is when your pelvis is off the floor, you're going to lift one leg at a time, either up to tabletop and down, or if your low back's been a little unhappy lately, you're just going to lift one heel at a time. You get a little calf work out of that. Big thing we're working on is not letting the pelvis shift around as we do the foot lifties. Yeah. So back's in neutral. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up into that shoulder bridge position. Inhale, lift one foot. Exhale, put it down. Inhale, lift your other foot. Exhale, put it down. Is your back arching? Ideally, it's not. And down. One more on each side here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. You feel your bum working? Back down again. Take an inhale. And let's put your butt on the floor. Now, from here, we're just going to do a little bit of our rollover prep, which is the one where we're doing our little bum curl with no feet on the floor. And this is really calm and gentle because it's about a low back stretch. Once again, if you've got some disc issues, this is not an exercise for you. You could do physio exercises that you've been given if you've been to the physio lately. Anyways, let's make sure the arms can't be part of this exercise. But let's make sure the neck and head are happy. So if you like something under your head, pop it under your head. Then bring your hands to your forehead with the palms facing up. Then I want you to find your imprint. Lift your legs up to tabletop. Lift your feet higher than your regular tabletop and let your knees drop towards your chest a little bit more. Then I want you to cross your ankles. Your knees are an open window. You're going to take an inhale to prepare, and you're going to exhale, tip your pubic bone towards your belly button. And inhale, put your tail back down again. Exhale, scoop your pubic bone towards your belly button. The ribs get heavier on the floor. And inhale back down again. So if you're getting all the way up on your shoulder blades, not doing what I'm looking for. Exhale, curl. This is small. Inhale, release. We're just trying to get that low back stretch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. And of course, the neck and shoulders are quiet. One more with the ankles cross this way. And then we're going to cross your ankles the other way. Exhale as you curl. Inhale, release. So if you feel like your chin wants to jut towards the ceiling, that your arms are tensing to do this, you're doing too much. Exhale, pull the pubic bone towards your belly button. Inhale, release. 2 more of these. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. 1 more little curl and release. Good. Let's just pop onto our tummies and do a little bit of one leg kick just to stretch out the front of those hips. So, right, this is this fun one where we do a double knee bend with the toe pulling in, the heel pulling in and down. If you're finding that coordination is challenging for you or it hurts your knees, you want to be down on your belly. Otherwise, you're going to be up on your elbows. Now, when you're up on your elbows, right, first thing, well, for regardless if you're down or up, you want to have your legs fairly close together with your kneecaps pointing down. If you're up on your elbows, they are right under your shoulders. Your palms can face down or in. And I want you to find some tensing in your abdominals, some tone in your abdominals that's pulling them away from the floor, and shoulders are out of your ears, whether you're up or down, whether you're on your belly or not. Now, right, you're going to inhale to prepare here. You're going to bend one leg, pull your toe in, bounce it out a bit, pull your heel in, straighten your leg. Other leg goes toe, heel, and straighten. First leg, toe, heel, and straighten. Second leg, toe, heel, and straighten. Toe, heel, and straighten. And toe, heel, and straighten. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Toe, heel, and straighten. Exhale, exhale, inhale. 1 more on each side. Toe, heel, and straighten. Last one. Toe, heel, and straighten. Beautiful. Let's just press back into our shell stretch. Round out your back. Scoop your belly button in. Sit on your heels, elbows are bent. Top of the head is trying to pour towards the floor. Or you're on your back, hugging your knees into your chest. Yes, whatever is best for your own body. Because this is your time. You're not trying to be me. 1 more breath here. And let's go onto our side and do a little bit of side leg kick. So, right, you're going to be on your side, straight line from your head to your tail, and then you're going to pike your legs forward at a 45-degree angle. You're going to make sure your top sit bone is reached away from the top of your head enough that the side of your waist is not on the floor. If it's on the floor, your sit bone has rolled towards the top of your head, but you don't want to lift so much that the side of the ribs come off the floor. You can have your hand down to help you with balance, or if you want more challenge, your hand is on your leg. You're going to lift your top leg up. You're going to kick it forward twice. Inhale, inhale. Now point your foot and pull it behind you. As you go forward, that is a flex foot. As you go back, it's a pointed foot. Inhale, inhale, exhale, go back. Now you're never going to go the same distance back as you do forward. The range of motion, maximum range of motion is somewhere between 20 and 25 degrees going back. So if you're trying to go much further than that, you're just arching your back. Exhale, pull back. In, exhale, pull back. 1 more here, in, and pull back. Let's be a straight line from your head to your feet. Side of the waist is still off the floor. You could still have your hand down for balance if you want. Now, right, that top ASIS point, what we think is a hip bone, is not going to point straight at the wall in front of you. That makes your pelvis roll back. You want to have it angled down a little bit, like if it was a flashlight, it's pointing at the floor in front of you. Now you're just going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot, reach up, flex, bring it down, point. Now, right, remember you want to keep reaching out that top leg so the side of your waist stays off the floor. Inhale up, exhale down. One more here, inhale up and exhale down. Just 3 of the staggered leg. You're going to lift the top leg, lift the bottom leg, take them down. Up, squeeze, and down. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze, and down. Now, we haven't done clamshell in a while, so I figured we've got to do that today. So I want you to bring your knees forward, and you want to feel that you can feel the outside of your bottom foot on the floor, right? If you can't, you need to have your feet far enough forward that you can, because it's important on this. Now, from here, I want you to look at your knees and make sure they're stacked one on top of the other, but you still have that top sit bone reached out, so your waist is a little bit off the floor. Now, this is going to be a really small range of motion because we're really trying to target the external rotators. And I want you to press your top heel into your bottom heel as you lift your knee up. Now, while you're here, just for a moment, can you make the bottom leg lighter on the floor? Try not to push it down so much. If this is making it shake a little bit, we're finding new stuff. Let's slowly come back down again. Reach your knee forward, press your top heel into your bottom heel as you come up. Ideally, you're feeling it deep in your bum and right where your bum and your thigh meet. And then we're going to slowly come back down again. Press your top heel into your bottom heel as you reach forward to come up. And slowly go back down again. One more of these. Press your top heel into your bottom heel as you slowly lift up. And then slowly come back down again. We're going to do 4 quicker ones. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Reaching the knee forward. Is your core a little bit engaged? There's the 4th one. Okay, we're going to do this on the other side. So we're going to start with the kick. So right, it's going to be a straight line from your head to your tail. Legs are piped forward at that 45. Waist is off the floor because the top sit bone is reaching away, but you rolled forward enough through your pelvis so that the side of your ribs are still down. You're going to lift your top leg up, kick it forward twice, going inhale, inhale. Exhale, point your foot and pull it behind you. Forward, inhale, inhale. Exhale, reach back. In. Now remember, if you're trying to get your leg a long way back, the only way you're getting a long way back is you're arching your back. What you really want to think about is opening the front of the hip and having the core engaged as you pull back. That's why that's an exhale to go back. In. Exhale, reach back. 2 more. In, and reach. Last one, in, and reach. Now, straight line from your head to your feet. Hips are stacked. So right side of the waist is off the floor. Side of the ribs are down. And you're going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot, reach up, flex, bring it down, point. 2 more here. Bring it down, point, last one, up, and down, staggered leg. Inhale, lift the top leg, exhale, lift the bottom leg, take them down. Just 2 more of those. Inhale, exhale, last one, inhale, exhale. Go into the clamshell. So bend those knees, get them in front of you. Feel the outside of the bottom foot on the floor. Look at your knees. Make sure they're stacked. And maybe even that top knee is a little bit further forward. Side of the waist is off the floor because the top sit bone's reaching away from the top of the head. Now, take an inhale, exhale, press your top heel into your bottom heel as you reach your knee forward and come up. Now, it's not going to be a huge range of motion because we're trying to keep that pelvis rolled forward. Can you get the bottom leg a little lighter while you're here? Now let's slowly go down. We're doing 4 of these. Exhale, slowly up. Press your top heel into your bottom heel and slowly down. Exhale, slowly up, press your top heel into your bottom heel. Keep reaching that knee forward and slowly down. One more here, press, slowly up. And slowly back down again, 4 quick ones. Exhale, up, inhale, down. Are you pressing your heel into your other heel? And down, reach that top knee forward and down. One more, up and down. Good, rest. Let's go onto your back. We'll do a quick release for that. And so I want you to, if you like something under your head, pop it into your head. And I want you to cross one ankle over the other knee. Now, if you have a tendency towards a sore knee, you're going to flex that foot that's up. That'll help stabilize that knee. Arms go sideways on the floor. And we're just going to lock this whole thing side and center and breathe. And then we're going to do the other leg. So we'll pick it up, cross your ankle over your knee, flex your foot, knees dropped open, and just rock your knees side and center here. And breathe. Just one more here. And then I want you to come to a seated position. We're just going to finish off with a little bit of spine stretch forward here. I'm about 5 minutes over today, but I'm okay with that if you are. Spine stretch forward, feet are about shoulder distance apart, or legs in the diamond shape. Imagine your back's on the wall behind you. Take an inhale. Exhale, start with your head rounding forward, aiming the top of your head between your knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's bring it all the way back up again. Take an inhale. Exhale, rounding forward, top of the forehead, aiming between your knees, pulling your belly button in and up. Inhale into your back. Exhale, come all the way back up again. Just 2 more here. Exhale as you round forward. Inhale. Exhale back up again. 1 more. Exhale as you go down. Inhale. And exhale all the way back up again. So I'm calling us done for today. Thank you for your hard work. And we will connect again real soon.